Hey, welcome back to the Mike on the Mic podcast. It is DJ Mike D back in action. It's an Unfiltered Friday. You know the drill. We're going over some news. But beforehand, please subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. And add the podcast to your library if you're listening audio form. But without further ado, let's get into some news here. It's an Unfiltered Friday. You know the drill. We go over some news, baby. So let's do that. And first story we got up. 4 are charged with concealing a corpse. Evidence tampering in Long Island body parts case. This thing says, so let's get into that. Where was this? Babylon, New York. 4 people were charged Wednesday with concealing a human corpse and tampering with evidence in connection with the discovering of body parts in parks on Long Island. The four folks are Amanda Wallace, 40 years old, Jeffrey Mackey, 38 years old, Stephen Brown, 44, and Alexis what is this last name? Alexis Neves, we'll say Neves, 33, who police said is homeless. Sorry, like choking on my own spit here. They believe is homeless, have not been charged with killing the victims. Oh, so these 4 were not charged with killing the victims. And the victims were a 53-year-old man and a 59-year-old woman. All 4 defendants pled not guilty to hindering prosecution, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing a human corpse, and were released without bail. According to police, a girl walking According to police, a girl walking to school last Thursday found a severed arm on the side of the road. Oh my God. Of the Pond Park in Babylon, about 25 miles east of New York City. Police later discovered another arm and leg. All of those remains appeared to belong to the 53-year-old man. Police said the next day a cadaver dog located the head and arm and parts of 2 legs. Those remains appeared to be from the 59-year-old woman. Additional remains found Tuesday in nearby West Babylon and in a state park were from the same 2 people, police said. So these body parts were just sprinkled everywhere, man. It's like Easter, and that's coming up. The victims' names have not been released. The 4 defendants were arrested after police executed a search warrant at their home in Wallace, Mackey and Brown. That Mackey and Brown share, so those 2 shared a home. The one was homeless. I don't know about the other person. Looks like. So wait, were these people not charged with the murder? Because they searched that home and they said they found meat cleavers, butcher knives, blood, and all their video surveillance that they had. And they did not specify where the weapons and blood were found. So, maybe not. Maybe they are being charged with some murder here. I don't know. Mackey's defense attorney, John Hoverson, said, "We are looking forward to fight these charges." I don't know how defense attorneys can do their job sometimes, man. That's crazy. Brown's attorney, Ira Wiseman, said Stephen Brown did not kill anybody. Wiseman said he could not comment on the specific charges Brown's facing, as he has not seen the evidence. So yeah, maybe in that certain situation, I think your attorney could do a good story for you, because they're saying Stephen Brown didn't even kill anybody in this case. So maybe that would be an easy defense, but you still are a part of it. Wallace's attorney, Keith O'Halloran, said his client looks forward to defending herself in court. That's crazy. It was like they were just hiding parts everywhere, man. That was a straight dismemberment there. What does it say? 4 are charged with concealing a corpse. Yeah, barely. It's just like along everywhere in the parks and stuff. I mean, how the hell? Why would you even think that's a good idea? Just putting his arms and stuff. It literally, the girl was walking to school fucking last Thursday and found a severed arm on the side of the road. You didn't conceal a corpse. You left that out in the open. You dumbass. I mean, I'm kind of glad you did because you're getting caught, but holy fuck. Smarten the fuck up if you're going to be doing that shit. Ferrari stolen. Oh, gosh. Take a look at that. Ferrari stolen in 1995 from a Formula One driver. And it's recovered by UK police. Let's take a look at this. A very fast car has made a very slow return. British police said Monday they've recovered a Ferrari stolen from Austrian Formula One driver Gerard Berger in Italy almost 3 decades ago. The red Ferrari F5... I'm bad with cars. It's a red Ferrari F512M or F512M, however you say it. One of the 2 sports cars that was taken, one of their drivers were in Imola for the San Marino Grand Prix in April 1995. Neither was ever found until London's Metropolitan Police Force was tipped off by the manufacturer in July that a Ferrari in the process of being sold to a U.S. buyer by the UK broker had been flagged as a stolen vehicle. The force's organized vehicle crime unit investigated and found the car had been brought to Britain from Japan in late 2023. Officers seized the car, which the force said is valued to a close 350,000 pounds, which is equivalent to 444,000 US dinero. Our inquiries were painstaking and included contacting authorities from around the world, said Constable Mike Pilbeam, who led the investigation. We worked quickly with partners including the National Crime Agency as well as Ferrari and international car dealerships, and this collaboration was instrumental in understanding the vehicle's background and stopping it from leaving the country, they said. No one's been arrested, and the second stolen Ferrari remains missing. Ferrari manufactured 501 of these F512M models between 1994 and 1996. The car has a top speed of 315 kilometers an hour, which is 196 miles an hour, which is insane. Yeah, that's crazy. They found it because the police was tipped off by a manufacturer of Ferrari. It was trying to be sold to a U.S. buyer from a UK broker, and it got flagged down as stolen, and they actually found it. How many years later? 3 decades. Yeah, about 3 decades. 2024 now, yeah. Coming up on, 29 years. That's crazy, dude. April 1995. So, yeah, almost exactly 29 years ago. Holy shit. If my math is mathing correctly. You never know with me. Let's find something else here. So, a Lincoln woman exploits pump glitch to get over $27,000 of free gas. A pump glitch? Why the fuck didn't anybody tell me this shit? What the fuck? Gas station in Lincoln fixed a glitch that allowed someone to pump thousands of gallons of fuel for free. Don Thompson, 45, is charged with one count of theft by unlawful taking of $5,000 plus. Police said she used an exploit to pump free gas for more than 6 months. Are you kidding me? Bro. Lincoln police got a call from Bosselman Enterprises loss prevention manager, October 20th, 2023. The manager got word from the pump and pantry near West O Street and Sun Valley Boulevard that someone had been participating in a fuel scam. Upon further investigation, police learned that the fuel pumps received a software update in November of 2022. The update managed orders and reward cards, and it was made at the request of customers and staff. Unbeknownst to the company, however, the update was exploitable. I guess so. It allowed anyone to swipe a rewards card twice to enter the pump into demo mode. From there, the user could pump gas for free. All it takes was 2 swipes of a fucking card, dude. Oh, that's insane. That, in my opinion, that's on them. That's fucked up. All it did was 2 swipes. I mean, she knew, so obviously wrongdoing, but what the hell? By tracing the card information, police were able to identify Thompson, court's record shows. Yeah, that's something too. You kind of, if you're doing a crime like this, you just have to stop and think and be like, okay, they can probably know that I'm doing this because I'm literally swiping my card twice on here to glitch it. So, police think that the fuel was stolen between November 13th, 2024 through June 1st, 2023. In those months, the rewards cards was used 510 times, and it was also used multiple times on the days that it was used. So she was probably going back and like bringing gas jugs, and they didn't think anything of it. They were like, I don't know if they, I don't know with gas stations. I honestly don't know, but I would think if they were able to see the fuel projections or something of the months or whatever, they would probably know. But I'm not sure how gas stations work that way. I'm not sure if they really do see like the fuel projections. And I know a lot of gas stations don't make a whole lot of money on actually charging for gas. They mainly make their money through the convenience store items, not necessarily the gas. But you would think they would see some sort of loss there. The total losses says here $27,860. You think if they were able to see the projections of what they're selling, they would see that. But maybe they did, maybe they got to it late here. I don't know. But I do know that gas stations, don't make a whole lot of money on their actual fuel sales. Just their convenience items. Police also learned of another person using the card in 2023. That woman was contacted by officers and claimed that Thompson wouldn't let her use the card to get discounted fuel. So it looks like maybe somebody that knew Thompson was not using that or maybe using that card. Or I don't know. That was a weird thing to say in there. The arrangement was that the woman would pay Thompson for using the card. So maybe she paid Thompson to use the card. Right. The woman paid Thompson $500 for $700 worth of gas between 10 uses. So that's a loss of money too. And maybe they added that to the actual total losses, because that's $200 loss. The woman also said that Thompson sold the card sometime in June of 2023. So was it just like kind of her card that was getting glitched, I'm guessing? Because maybe Thompson told her friends about this glitch, and it wasn't working for them. So she was like, "Oh, I can just give you my card. I'll sell you some uses of my card, my fuel card." Her bond was set at 10% of $7,500. Thompson's next court hearing is scheduled for April 11th for this. Damn, that's crazy. A gas glitch. I would have never known, bro. I didn't even know you could do that. And they said it was a software update they did on this pump and it started glitching out. That's nuts. That's crazy that can even happen, dude. I'm pretty dumbfounded by that. Let's find another story, shall we? I got here that a woman dies after Brazilian butt lift procedure performed by Miami doctor who wasn't allowed to operate. Lawsuit alleges. That is an insane title. Let's get into this. So, a Tennessee mother of 5 died after she had a Brazilian butt lift performed by a Miami doctor who was allegedly not allowed to operate on patients, according to a lawsuit the woman's family filed. Erica Russell, 33, traveled to Seduction Cosmetics Center facility in Coral Gables, Florida, in June 2021 to undergo the cosmetic procedure. During the procedure, her doctors John Sampson punctured her liver, her bladder, and her intestines with a cannula, which is a tube primarily used for removing fluid from the body. The lawsuit filed Monday in Miami-Dade County. The lawsuit filed Monday, or that whole thing was in the lawsuit filed Monday in Miami-Dade County Court. A little over 2 hours after the procedure began, Russell went into cardiac arrest and died because they punctured her liver, bladder, and her intestines with that fucking, what is that called? A cannula. Yeah, I never knew what that was, honestly. The lawsuit says her cause of death was determined to be pulmonary fat emboli, and bleeding due to liposuction and bilateral gluteal augmentation surgery. Holy crap, these words are crazy. Attorneys representing Russell's family said Sampson was not allowed to perform surgical procedures at the facility and allege that Seduction provided Russell with falsified paperwork stating that he had plastic and cosmetic privileges at a local hospital when he did not. Oh yeah, that's a suit and a half right there. Yeah, if he didn't have those privileges or actual paperwork to do these kind of procedures, there's definitely something here. I'll tell you that. That's crazy. They also accused Seduction of falsely marketing Sampson as a surgeon who's performing surgery at this facility, even though he was not. Seduction Cosmetics Center Corp. And Sampson, both named as defendants in the lawsuit, did not immediately respond to a request for comment Thursday. Seduction's president and CEO Gretel Jordan could not be reached at phone numbers listed for her. Jordan is not named as a defendant. The suit says that in May 2020, Seduction submitted an application to the Florida Health Department listing Sampson as its designated physician. It did not list him as a surgeon. He was a designated physician. Oh, that's crazy. Sampson's responsibilities, according to the suit, were to ensure the facility was complying with all applicable health and safety standards and requirements. I'm definitely not a surgeon. In June 2020, Sampson provided the state's health department with a letter stating specifically that he does not perform surgical procedures at the defendant Seduction's facility. That's a problem. Yeah, At all times, material hetero defendant Sampson was not approved to perform surgical procedures at seduction, the suit says. Despite that, between April 2021 and June 2021, defendant Sampson performed plastic surgery procedures at defendant seduction. On June 16, 2021, lawsuit claims Sampson performed procedures on 7 patients. Oh, that cannot happen. It says his first procedure was at 6:32 a.m. and that he began operating on Russell at 8:31 p.m. Following a nearly 14-hour shift. This dude's doing everything, and he can't do everything. That's insane. Dying from a Brazilian butt lift, or a BBL as folks call it. It's a procedure in which a doctor transfers fat from the patient's stomach, hips, lower back, or thighs to the patient's butt to make it bigger. Which is bizarre, but some people like to get it done, and this was bad. I guess they were using. My guess is they were using that cannula. To remove some of that from the stomach and punctured the liver, bladder, and intestines on accident and died. And it was even said that Sampson here was working a 14-hour shift prior before the procedure done at 8:31 p.m. on Russell and did this. Jesus. WebMD says BBLs are generally safer than other procedures to change how a patient's rear looks, but they are still risky and can be fatal, obviously. Obviously, when your surgeon isn't really a surgeon either. A report in January from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention says 93 U.S. citizens died as a result of cosmetic surgery in the Dominican Republic from 2009 to 2022, which isn't an insanely high death rate from, many things, but it's still a death rate, and it's pretty large. 93 U.S. citizens from 2009 to 2022. It's a lot of deaths just from this. The fatal cases examined involved liposuction, and 92% involved the gluteal fat transfer, or BBL. So 92% of the cosmetic surgeries of the deaths were from BBLs, or as they call them, the gluteal fat transfer, which is fucking disgusting. I hate that name, and it's a hard word to say. I mean, jeez, what a crazy case, bro. This was back in 2021, just coming to light now, I assume, from the suits. But jeez, what a terrible thing to go out for, I'll say. Goodness. It's not even that funny, but it's bad. But anyway, I think we're gonna end the Unfiltered Friday here today. Just wanted to go over a little bit of news. That's what we do on the Unfiltered Fridays. Mike on the Mic podcast, baby. Make sure you subscribe and head over to the audio forms too. Add them to your library so you can listen to them anywhere. And if you use the Apple one, I believe, if you start playing it, it'll immediately, if you have it set up, it'll immediately start downloading the cast too. So if you're ever on a plane or anything, want to take a listen, no Wi-Fi available or no internet or whatever, you can access it right there. It'll start downloading once you play, and you can obviously turn that off as well if you don't want to download the cast. But Yep, that is that. DJ Mikey D is signing out, and I hope I see you next time.